welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Wait. Get out.
Here's Ryan to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good... 10 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Back to throw, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Watson on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line, and hoping to do better than they did in their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 52. Pick it up.
To throw is Ryan. Jones has it. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Wild Bill. Hey, 31.
Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A first down carry now for Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
This is it. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, echo.
Here's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Here we go. 55. 54.
On 1st and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. On first down, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Watson with a give to Miller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard. Brady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
I'm coming after you. Show it up. Show it up.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, Atlanta.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Set. 19. 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 59. Hey, alert, alert. Nice hot. Hey, what?
After the interception, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Quick pass out to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice for...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 78 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now it's Ryan. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. First catch there for the rookie Ridley, and it's a first down.
A gain of 15.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Strip that ball. Hey, white.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
19. Check right 54. Right 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10. At the Falcons' 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Again, it's Miller. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up. Pull together.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Every second. 19. 54. Right 54. Bring it. And let's go.
Now it's Miller running right. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to the takeover right there at the 22-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They toss to Freeman. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway on a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
On first and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And leading the Falcons up to go for 2. Now it's Ryan. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
City boys down, he's coming. At 55, 54. Get him.
Now Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 65 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, Miller Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018.
At the Falcons' 15-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Joker, 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 joker. Kill, kill, kill. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Let's go.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
All day, baby.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Take 31. 24. 24.
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Five. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tashawn Gibson, give him the sack on the safety blitz. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Mike 55. Mike 55. Space. You gotta get the stop here.
Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. That'll bring up second down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check, check. Fresno. Out we go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on second and 13. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Third and long. It's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 27-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Big Ed. He's coming. We got double up. Shoot. Tight dog. Alert. Mike's 54. I'm coming. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Under 10. 10. Shoot. Check nickel. 54. Check 26.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I'm coming after you. 24. Hey, 59. Check 24.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Hey, watch the slant.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming to check, bomber. Check 22. Check, bomber. Slam. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after 59. I'm coming after you. Get him all. Rest. Let him go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. He's got Fuller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check it out, read. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Switch, switch, switch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Safe, safe, safe. Check nine, check nine.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's get it.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?